clamoring to return. This time, I promise to be within the time limit to present and share. So I was tasked by Sir Clint to share the updates. So let us see if it will be shared on screen. But regardless, so it was a very productive morning. I would really sincerely say that we arrived very early this morning from Manila and coming from the airport. So we were very excited to come here, and thank you to our gracious host for letting us tour, going back to the site that we have been to before. So this time, I brought with me my team. I brought with me my Avengers. So first and foremost, I'd like to introduce to you Miss Nor de Macaling. Let's give her a round of applause. So she is the youngest Gawad Saka awardee. She is our organic agriculture specialist. We've been working with her for
2 hours,
50
30
years,
minutes. Completed. You
starting
covered
with GK Enchanted Farm.
3,730
She is now
meters. Your current speed
the head of operations
0
for
kilometers per
the
hour.
School for Experiential
and
Entrepreneurial Development. It's basically scholarship for farmers. So what basically NOR does is she selects the best and the brightest in the community, the young potential farmers. And then through instructive learning, experiential, so she is able to groom organic agriculturists that we need, especially for our country. So I brought her here because I believe that it's high time that we can explore collaboration. In terms of we learn from what you have here in USTP, but at the same time, NOR can bring in the expertise also and the experience from her experience in GK Enchanted Farm and Seed. I have also with me Architect Romelito Bencito. Please give him a round of applause. I've been working with Architect Meloy since I think more than 20 years, since 2006, 2007. So we've worked a lot, particularly the master planning of the UP Techno Hub in UP Diliman. So, and also in the GK Enchanted Farm, the planning, he has been very gracious in terms of sharing his expertise. And this time, I've invited him here because again, I believe that he can also share his passion. He has his own farm, and he has his own farming advocacy, and also coupled with that, the master planning. So combined, hopefully we can contribute with the moving forward of the Agropolis. Okay. So this morning, we toured, I told Sir Clint, I think this time, it's high time we start planting the seeds, because last year, we've had, I think the first one was the workshop with the DSUD and the different government agencies, which was very insightful. We explored the potential collaboration. And then last time, I think around November, we were able to do a deep dive in terms of the Science and Technology Park and the Agropolis. So this time, I wanted to be more specific. I wish I can share my drone shot, and you can visualize what I'm about to tell you, the story that I'm about to tell you. So the Agropolis, I think it's a story. It's a story that we need to tell, but it should also be grounded. So earlier, better. So this is so allow me to step stage para mas maganda yung kwentuhan. So this is the 32 hectare property. If you're familiar, I think everyone is familiar. This is the area near the province. So, after our summit last year, I was trying to think of a way to strategically move forward. How do we move forward? My experience tells me that it's important to really prototype, no, and pilot. We need to start something so that the concept becomes grounded, and let's see how it will evolve. So my suggestion, my proposal to the body, as I had a mini brainstorming earlier now with Sir Clint and all, why not start with this area? Now, this is a 32-hectare property. So it was also very good that Sir Clint and the team were able to visit the GK Enchanted Farm. You were able to meet some of the products, no, of Norse training and mentorship. And then you were able to actualize, no, what I've been telling, no, my stories about GK Enchanted Farm. The question is, why not? What if we can replicate it here? We can pilot, no? We can pilot. So there are three things that I told them to how to make this a reality.
2
Number
hours,
one is
35 minutes.
land.
Completed.
No,
You
the
covered
idea how to discuss, no, the legalities,
3,730
the
meters.
long list,
Your
and
current
then
speed
other
is
information, other
0
details that
kilometers
will
per
make it a
hour.
reality. The GK Enchanted Farm, just to share a bit, its story was, it started with collaboration with local government. It's a 14-hectare property. The 7 hectare, the half of it, private. It's private. And then, they realized they needed to expand. So they needed the 7 hectare property to combine with the 7 hectares. So it became 14 hectares. So they talked with the local government unit. The local government unit became a host of the resettled families. And right now, there are, I think, 50 families, if I'm not mistaken, in the GK Enchanted Farm. So it became now a 14-hectare hub. So that's where you see, no, the importance of the collaboration. The challenge now is, how do you access it? And I was telling earlier, it's really, inaccessible. It's difficult to go to. So we talked to the province. How can we create an access road from the main road, connecting it to the GK Enchanted Farm? So the province, since seeing the benefit, the impact of this development, they graciously connected the road. No? And that jump-started the development of the GK Enchanted Farm. But it didn't end there. Once you're able to go to it now, and that's where the magic began. From isolated area, and people started to be curious. Because that's how I started. No? I became curious. What is there that people would like to see? So I went there and I saw, this is what I saw back in 2010. Exactly. I was telling myself, what is special about this green place in the middle of nowhere? Ayun. But long and behold, the story is some things that cannot be seen by the eye. Yun. I began to talk to the people. Yun. I began to talk to the community. So I was asking, there was this one entrepreneur. Yan. Her name is Cherry. Cherry. Yan. So we attended this social business camp, and she was telling her story. So I was surprised. My wife and my friend were crying. So what made them cry was the story of that entrepreneur and how she started, and how she was able to sacrifice, give her time to develop and contribute to that farm. But it didn't end there. The community was also part of it. Yan. So that's the first part, no? How to make the land viable, no? To unleash it. No? That is something that needs to be discussed. Number 2, the master plan. Yan. The master plan does not just end with the specific 32-hectare property. Currently, the local government of Liberia is doing their comprehensive land use plan, which should be aligned with the province, which is aligned with the region. That's why it's a vertical linkage. So, the master plan, that's why I brought my team here, it's important important that we collaborate because you know more the context, no? So from our end, what we can bring is the innovation, the story behind it. So just looking at this area, I think there are a lot of possibilities. So this is the drone shot, no? I think this is a magnificent shot. Yan. Architect Melo and Nor were walking around the area. Imagine. In this area, you can have a view deck. View deck where visitors can come. A 180-degree view, no, of a landscape. Then when you go down, there's a garden cafe. Yan. Na organic and so forth. And then when you go out of the cafe, there's an e-shuttle. An e-shuttle that can take you around a loop. No? A loop where, for example, may area doon where there are animals, you can tend to the animals. May area where you have Airbnb, and then may area na where kanina nga, no, Architect Melo is brainstorming, a zipline, no, and so forth. No? So there are a lot of possibilities. But
2
important
hours,
is
40
the master plan
minutes.
should be
Completed.
in harmony.
You've covered
There has to be a story behind it.
3,730 meters.
It's
Your
a
current
story
speed
where
is
a person
0
comes into
kilometers
the
per
property.
hour.
The moment he goes out, that is Agropolis. Yun, that is Agropolis. The last and final thing is the organization, the management. No? Whether it's a foundation, an NGO, whatever entity, the leadership. No? It's important because whatever challenges, external, internal, what makes things happen is visionary leadership. So with that, I'd like to close, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have a workshop. We'll try to do our best to come up with some conceptual ideas that we can brainstorm further. So without further ado, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone.